Look, I'm so serious. If you're a writer or video maker or idea haver or poet or draw artist or musician, here's a very practical way you can do more of that stuff. And you can do it today in 3 steps. Step 1, buy a big box of nice pens. Big box, so not 4, not 8, at least 12, probably 24, a lot of pens. I cannot stress this enough. More pens than you would actually reasonably need as a normal person. And then nice pens. They don't have to be fancy, but they have to be the kind that when you write with them, you're like, oh yeah, that is a pen. The kind of pen that you would doodle with just to feel the ink flow out. Personally, I use Sharpie S gels, and no, I'm not sponsored by Sharpie. I do wish I was. I have emailed them and I have called them about that. So if you know anyone at Sharpie, please email me. But any pen could work, just find one that really works for you. Step 2, once you have your big box of pens, leave them all over your house. Start with them on the obvious spots, your desk, on the counter, by your nightstand, but it doesn't really matter because those pens are gonna do what pens do, and that is migrate. You're gonna find them everywhere eventually. On top of the fridge, on top of the piano, in your left pocket, in your right pocket, another one in your right pocket, in your backpack. And now that your pens have completed their migration and are scattered across the 4 corners of your life, it is now a perfect storm and a setup for step 3. And step 3 is whenever an idea or phrase or a lyric or whatever comes into your mind, write it down. You don't even need a notebook. Write it on scraps of paper, on the handout for the meeting that you're in right now. You can write on your bookmark. You can write in the margins of your book. You can write on your arm. The thing is, wherever you go, there will be a pen that you like to use within arm's reach. When your pens are a pleasure to use and you never have to go looking for one, the result is 0 friction. There's almost 0 time between the idea being conceived in your head and being born in ink on paper. Seriously, when the process of writing is so pleasant, you'd be shocked how much you actually get done and how little you want to stop. I accidentally wrote an entire 11,000 word book on vacation in March because the pen was just so nice and I never had to leave my chair. Even when I was walking downtown, if I had an idea, I would take my pen out and write on a receipt from a restaurant or something like that so that I could work on it later. And not to harp on the whole analog versus digital train, I use my notes app plenty, but when you first have an idea, it's in its most fragile state. And if you're using a pen, you won't accidentally open up YouTube and start looking for advice instead of working. And if you're doing that right now, stop it and go back to your project. Although, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Tim, and best of luck. So yeah, the takeaway, buying a fat pack of way more quality pens than you would ever expect to use might amp up your creative life in a way that you've never experienced before. It definitely did for me. Let me know if you have any quick tips that have changed the way that you create. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Now, my wife wanted me to include a disclaimer. This can backfire if you accidentally leave the pen in your jacket and then wash the jacket and ruin an entire load of laundry. But that is an edge case, and I'm sure it would never happen to you. Just double check your pockets. That's it.